Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. And our broadcast team tonight. So with Howard sitting on the bench, here's how the floor looks for Greg Popovich. They've got Robinson. Anthony is out there with Duncan. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Hill in at the point guard. And for the Mavericks, Davis is out there with Pierce. Then there's Doncic. Then it's O'Neal. And it's Carter in at the 2. And the Spurs start out with the ball. We are in for a treat in this matchup, Greg, with two conference rivals set to clash yet again.
Yeah, we're going to see some added effort and intensity, and don't be surprised if it gets a little chippy.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
That one falls.
And the level of concentration that Doncic has, even under pressure, this guy is cool as a cucumber.
Hill dishes to Leonard. Outside Anthony. Over Pierce. Shot's good by Anthony.
And this team looking to get him the ball and get him in rhythm quickly.
Because he's someone that you lean on at the offensive end. Establish him early.
And that one's good. Doncic.
And with good length and athleticism, Doncic not only gets to the rim, but boy, can he finish.
It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Anthony's got 5.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
A playmaker of Doncic's talents wasn't missing that gap. He quickly gets the ball to the wide open man.
Outside Anthony. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Hill against Doncic from outside the arc. O'Neal passes to Doncic. Outside Pierce. Back to Doncic. 5 on the clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And Paul Pierce with the slam.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
And you watch the way Doncic runs this offense. He's become a master at the pick and roll. Incredible to see someone run it to perfection.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Here's Butler, and a slam dunk by Butler.
Well, this is a smart play by Dwight. Doesn't have a shot himself, so he moves the ball.
Here's Doncic. The shot missing. Excellent D from Howard. And with Doncic in the pick and roll game, he's so good at such a young age.
It's amazing how well he reads the defense, but he can also freeze the defender or create confusion with that hesitation. He has all the tricks to run it.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Outside Butler. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Butler's got his second bucket of the night.
Explosive athlete. The tenacity of Jimmy Butler, too much to contend with.
And Carter has it in the corner. O'Neal against Howard. Doncic looking it over. Here's Shaq. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists now in this one. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. 1:14 left in the first quarter. Tatum finds Howard. Antetokounmpo trying to break loose. Howard, good.
Still a monster down low. Dwight is tough to handle.
From about 16, Doncic, no good. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Here's the pass to Doncic. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yes, let's look on the bright side. You got a great look. It's a play that you might want to go back to again.
That one from long range. Pierce has got 5 points so far.
And Pierce squaring up immediately after getting the pass.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Doncic against Butler. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Nailed from three-point land. Pierce has got a couple of threes now in the first for the Mavericks. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
An amazing athlete. The length, speed, Giannis is borderline impossible to guard when he is playing downhill.
And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. It's the Spurs leading by 3. And we'll get going after this from... And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter.
Timeout charge.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for San Antonio.
Tonight, early on, this team is saying, forget the analytics. Let's take mid-range shots. They can be easy points.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
We know the league's cracking down on those dangerous plays that risk a player's health. Why was that less of a focus when you play?
That's a great question. I think it's smarter to approach the game this way. We don't want to have unnecessary injury because of guys maybe just taking it a little too far with the physicality.
So with Davis sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. Paul George is out there at Malone, and it's Michael Jordan. Then there's Hardaway, and it's Mutombo, and at the 5 spot. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
It'll be a jump ball.
So it's the Mavericks now. The Mavericks leading. Greg, their offensive approach has been rock solid here.
And they're finding the weak spots in the D and attacking.
Jordan against Hill. High post, Jordan. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And the defining trait of the greatest of superstars, Jordan makes the players around him better, mentally, in terms of effort, and in terms of their performance.
Hill against Hardaway. To halt the run, and it's sent back by George. Jordan drives in.
Yeah, reading the defense, knowing exactly what's needed at each moment. That's one of Jordan's unsung talents.
San Antonio calls timeout.
And Coach can't like what he's seeing, trying to get them refocused.
It's so easy to get run over when you lose even a little edge. Look for them to come out much more aggressive.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Spurs trail by 6. Howard dishes to Butler, and slam dunk by Butler.
What a physical play from Butler, going for a dunk and jamming right in on top of the defense.
On the wing, Jordan. Off target with his 3. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. Pass to Howard. Kicks it out to James. And it's sent back by Mutombo.
And the ferocity on display defensively here from Mutombo. Just an incredible shot blocker.
Not just a knockdown shooter, he does a great job of finding space for his shot.
Jordan looking around. And there it is for him. Jordan's got his second bucket tonight.
And when we think about the excitement that Jordan brings to the game, but what about the offensive fundamentals? The man is a perfectionist.
LeBron James on the win. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
First team foul.
It goes on Moses Malone.
At the line
For San Antonio, they've gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
I mean, one of the greatest players of all time. LeBron just continuing to add to his legacy.
Here's Jordan. The rebound by the Spurs.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Hardaway finds Jordan over James.
Tremendous defensive effort from Dwight Howard. He knows how to get the job done on that end.
And he recovers it.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Tatum against Mutombo. Here's James. Falls back and drains the fadeaway jumper. LeBron's got 4 points this quarter. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blower.
Power move from PG-13. He's added a lot of muscle to his frame over the years, putting it to good use right there.
And George drops them both.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Here's Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
And I tell you, Antetokounmpo's evolved into one of the better passing forwards in our league. And when the defense is focused on you that much, you need to be able to find the open man.
Kicks it out to Jordan. Mutombo passes to Jordan. Hits it from three-point range. Jordan's got 9.
Defensively, you have to tighten up on him or suffer the consequences.
Hardaway against Butler. James in the post. And the pass to Howard. Mutombo grabs the board. The Mavericks have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9.
You need guys who can stretch the floor or the offense doesn't flow. Paul George is one of the best at it.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Tatum. Now LeBron. On deep. And it's Malone with the rebound. George against Antetokounmpo. And Jordan has it in the corner. Down low. Misses in close. And so it's Michael Jordan making things happen for Dallas. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
The burst he's had when going at the rim has been fantastic. A lot of strong finishes through 2 quarters.
His activity level has made an impact, and he is fearless.
So with Kobe sitting on the bench, here's how the floor looks for Greg Popovich. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Duncan is out there with Anthony. Then it's Robinson. And it's Hill in at the point. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks very much. Now, from the step back to his attacking style, some have compared Luka Doncic to the bear, James Harden. There are some similarities, Harden said. Being able to dictate and control the game like he does, he never lets anyone speed him up, and he gets what he wants. Back to you, Kevin.
He always has. They're both pretty fun to watch. David, thank you. Anthony, right side. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Anthony's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, Anthony is just this competitive. He wants everyone to know what he can do.
Pierce for 3. Drills it from outside. Pierce has got the lead. Back up to 8 now for the Mavs.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
And he's just living out beyond the arc right now. What a weapon to have on the floor.
This is when they need it the most, so they're so close to evening this game up.
It's Pierce with the drive. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Tim Duncan picks one up.
Paul Pierce keeps building on his legendary career. A champion, we know he's a clutch shooter, and more importantly, a bona fide leader.
Spurs trail by 6. Leonard from deep three-point land. And again, it's San Antonio with a three.
And some kind of switch must have been flipped at halftime because both teams are getting after it.
I would have loved to hear the coaches speak because they really took heed to it. Like you said, both teams playing at a different pace.
Dallas calls timeout.
And please give a round of applause for your junior defense crew. And please put your hands together once again for your junior defense crew.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. Shaq kicks to Pierce. Doncic outside. Connects from three-point range. Doncic has got 11 points.
And when Luka finds an opening on the perimeter, he does not hesitate. Great focus on that triple.
And LeBron James gets it to go.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
Carter for three. And Shaq with the slam.
The strength of O'Neal is otherworldly.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Doncic against Butler. In the corner, it's James. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. Here's Davis, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. The Mavericks shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight, and that one falls for Anthony Davis.
The physical gifts Anthony Davis possesses are just undeniable. He was built to cause havoc down low with his long arms and broad build.
The three from Tatum. Here's Howard. It's James atop the key. The second chance effort, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
The power of LeBron, even if you tried to give the hard foul, he'll go right through you.
1:27 left here in the third quarter. Dallas has gone 4 of 6 from three-point land since the start of the second half.
And this is why he's called Vinsanity. Some of Carter's throwdowns are downright vicious.
Butler against Doncic. And here's LeBron outside. The Mavericks pull it in.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And how about that? Transition opportunity for Anthony Davis as the long strides to eat up ground in a hurry.
Tatum wide open. He fires one. Offensive rebound. Second chance shot, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
That one on Davis.
Baiting the defender into a foul. Tatum wants to get to the line where he has always been terrific.
Here's Doncic. 11 points in the game. 34 seconds left to play in the third. Pierce's shot is good.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
You know why? Success breeds confidence, and he's certainly been successful from there, time and time again.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Here's Carter. Banked in off the glass. Carter's got 10 points in the quarter.
Good defensive effort, but against Carter, it's not enough. He's just too explosive.
LeBron, that's a two. What a play! Simply Mobley drains it in at the buzzer.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
That is situational basketball. It takes a good, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. San Antonio calls timeout. Next game, great performance by Paul Pierce.
Yeah, they're going to have to find a way to run him off his spots out there. He is rolling.
The latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team during the break. He said, I love how we're shooting the basketball. You guys have been locked in from 3. Just keep taking makeable shots. If you don't have it, pass it to the guy who does. Kevin?
Thanks, David. So with Davis sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. We've got Hardaway. Malone is out there with Mutombo. Then it's Paul George, and it's Jordan in at the shooting guard. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Mavericks lead by 1.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
Well within striking range. Now is when you have to lock in at both ends.
Outside Hardaway. Jordan against Leonard. George looking over the floor. 6 to shoot. The offensive rebound. Mutombo kicks to George. Hardaway passes to George. Oh, good on the triple. And San Antonio shooting wonderfully up to this point. 67%. Basket good. Hill's got his first points of the game. And guys, here in the 4th quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
And Jordan gets it to go.
Yeah, it's just amazing the hang time Jordan gets, even on a simple jumper.
Hardaway with the steal. One-on-one here. Here's Mutombo. That drops and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Hardaway has got assist number 5 here tonight. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Mavericks.
Their activity has been at a constant level. Always around the ball, quick hands causing a lot of steals.
And also, you've got to mention the block shots. Playing hard on defense, not allowing shooters to get comfortable.
O'Neal's checked in for Dallas. Luka Doncic comes in for Hardaway. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Howard's checked in for Robinson. Antetokounmpo comes in for Tim Duncan. LeBron's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Jimmy Butler in for Grant Hill. Oh!
Yes. Respect. LeBron showing the artistry that other players could only dream of.
And here's Jordan. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They lead by 1. On the wing, Jordan. To the middle. Here's Shaq. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
It's just hard guarding O'Neal in general, but when he's working in the pick and roll, it's almost impossible.
Passes it to Leonard. Takes the 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Leonard's got it all tied up now for the Spurs.
He lives for moments like this because he wants to be the guy to hit the clutch shot.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
The 3 for Doncic. Dwight Howard pulls it in. Howard's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
Yeah, big call there on the goaltending. He just didn't get to it soon enough. Boy, that's a tough break.
On the wing, Doncic, defended by Butler. And here's George for 3. San Antonio with the rebound. Howard's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Antetokounmpo. Malone with the block.
How about the clicks there by Malone to get up and deter that shot, utilizing that size and reach for the rejection.
Jordan left side. Will it go? And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. James with a deep 3. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. James has got the lead up to 7 now for the Spurs. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for San Antonio.
What I love, and the coaching staff has to love, is the defense. They've really brought the energy with all these blocks we've seen in this one.
And another thing, guys, they've dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
Glad we got the chance to see that remarkable rejection.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest, going right at the shot and unable to knock it away.
And it's Shaquille O'Neal with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter. From deep, Antetokounmpo. No good. He's missed 3, and he's made 4 of his 7.
This has reached desperation time for them.
For them to have a chance, everything has to go right on both ends from this point on. No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
Productive trip to the line extended their lead.
Inside, it's tipped and stolen by Howard. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Embracing the physical nature of the game, Butler loves getting contact while shooting.
San Antonio, Jimmy Butler taking.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 9-point ball game here.
That ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those freebies.
Doncic against Butler. And here's Jordan outside. Good on the triple.
Boy, I'll tell you, there's an art to doing this. What's amazing is how often Jordan hits the clutch shot.
Here's Giannis. Good, and the assist goes to James.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Laces one from 3.
Oh, that's a real nice looking deep 3-ball there.
And so it's San Antonio with the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have bucked at the end, but the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.